Hi everyone, it's Sunny from Cross Country Mortgage. With how crazy the market's been with rates and the Fed's battle against inflation, I wanted to get a pulse of the market from a different perspective. I'm here with my good friend Jeff Jensen from Jensen Appraisals, and we're going to go over some common questions that my realtor partners and clients have. Jeff, thanks for coming out.
Happy to be here today, Sonny, and a pleasure to be with everybody.
So first question I have is, some buyers are on the fence right now thinking that the market will experience a crash in home values. Is the market declining?
Currently, we see the market is stable. For the last 3 months, the trends all show that the market is stable. In fact, in the last month, we've seen that the market has shown a slight uptick, especially in listing prices, which I think those are all good indicators. If we look at prices from last year, the market has declined some, but currently we're stable.
We're not going to see a crash in values and all that, are we?
I don't anticipate seeing anything like that, no.
Is it because there's no inventory?
Yes, there's still a shortage of inventory in the Turlock, Modesto area, so I think we're still going to see a nice, stable market.
That's really good to hear. Another question I hear is some listing agents are afraid to accept FHA offers, thinking that it won't pass appraisal requirements. Are FHA appraisals so much different from conventional appraisal?
There's really no big difference between FHA and conventional. The one thing, they both require health and safety repairs. So whether it's FHA or conventional, they'll have to be done. Even if the contract's written as is, if there's health and safety repairs, it's required. I get the same question a lot of times from agents, and we find really there's no big difference.
So bottom line, agents shouldn't be afraid to accept FHA appraisals, huh?
Correct. If they are concerned, they can always give me a call or you a call. If they take a picture of the concern, we can address it up front to see if it is going to be a problem.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love that idea. Another popular one I hear nowadays is about solar. Tell me about it. Does it really add that much value to a home aside from the savings that a client has on utilities?
Well, solar's a can of worms. If it's leased, there's no value added. And if it's a power purchase agreement, there's no value added. But if it is an owned solar system and it's paid for, then we can give it value.
Tell me about unpermitted additions and converted garages. Are these deal killers?
In the old days, yeah, they'd be deal killers. But today, both Fannie Mae and FHA accept unpermitted additions or garage conversions as long as we can find similar properties to show there's market acceptance. So if we find sales that have unpermitted additions in the same general area, we can show there's market acceptance and that a typical buyer would pay for that unpermitted square footage.
That's good to know. On this one, we're going to do a Q&A. I'm going to name some items in the house and you tell me if they're required on appraisal. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Stove.
No. But you have to have a plug-in or a gas line in the wall. You don't have to have the stove, but there has to be the hookups for when somebody moves in that they can put the cooking device in.
How about flooring?
It depends. Flooring, if you have a concrete slab that's been sealed, then that's okay. But if you have exposed wood, then you need flooring on top of it.
Would it matter where? If they had concrete in the living room sealed, would that be acceptable for you?
Yes.
Wow, that's great. How about smoke detectors? How many and where?
You need them everywhere. Smoke detectors have to be in all bedrooms, have to be in the hallway outside the bedrooms. You need one in the living area. So yeah, smoke detectors are required.
Is that the same for carbon monoxide detectors?
No, you need one carbon monoxide detector per floor level, as well as one outside of any sleeping area. So if a master bedroom's on the other side of the home on a single floor, you would need two.
And how about appliances? I hear this a lot. So are appliances required on appraisal?
For the most part, no. Again, it goes back to the stove. You have to have the hookup, but you don't have to have a dishwasher. You don't have to have a microwave, but you do have to have the ability to have a cooking device there.
In line with what we just talked about, I'm going to name some upgrades that are done in homes, and you tell me if it will increase the value of the appraisal. Swimming pool.
Yes, and that varies from neighborhood to neighborhood. In an entry-level neighborhood, a swimming pool might only add $8,000 or $10,000 because it's not an expected upgrade. But when you get to custom built homes in high-end neighborhoods, it almost becomes an expected amenity, and then they'll add a lot more value.
How about new paint? A lot of clients said, I painted a house, it's worth about $20,000 more now. Is that the case?
Probably not, but the one thing I will say, new paint is probably the best investment to make if they are going to sell their home, because it makes everything look fresh and new.
That's good to know. How about new windows? Will they bring up value?
New windows will bring up value, but when we're comparing the subject home to another home in the neighborhood, if they both have upgraded windows, then it really doesn't add value. But
How about a new roof?
new roof, definitely.
Okay. And how about AC unit?
AC unit, yes, but it's really hard to put a number on an AC unit because in the Central Valley, we all pretty much expect to have air conditioning. So if yours isn't working and you had to put a new one in, you've just brought yourself up to the base level that most of the homes have.
Jeff, awesome information. Thank you so much for your time. I know you're super busy, and I'd love to have you back out here again soon. But is there any closing remarks you want to give all my realtor partners and clients?
Well, I just say that if you ever have a question on any aspect of the appraisal, all you have to do is get a hold of Sonny and we can have a group conversation. You can send a picture to my office. We can look at the repair, the concern you have about the home. It's always easier to address the issues up front and not have it be a deal killer. So thank you very much and look forward to talking to you.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it all your time.